Hey guys, it's Kelly Ann and welcome to a Flossy Friday video. I'm gonna try and do this while I still feel remotely okay because I am home from work today. So if you notice that this video goes up significantly earlier than usual, that is why. I woke up like barely able to like walk, super lightheaded, nauseous, dizzy, and in excruciatingly pain from a migraine. So I'm kind of feeling okay now. It's 2:30. So this is the longest amount of time that I have not been laying down today, unable to move. So I wanted to go ahead and film and get it out there. This is just what happens every once in a while. Whenever you have migraines chronically, it just is what it is. Okay, so anyways, I have a fair amount to show you. I've worked on 5 things this week. So we'll just dive into it. I'll show you my 2 lunch stitches first, and I'll show my finish last. Even though it's the first thing that I worked on this week, I'm going to show it last because it's a finish. So I have thread coming out everywhere. Okay. All right, so I did get a little bit more done on my Gone Batty with K.A. Sal. So this is the pattern Gone Batty by Brenda Gervais with Thy Needle and Thread, and obviously I have a giant white cat to finish filling in. So I finished his pink ear, and I finished enough white to do his little mouth. So I just have a ton of white left to then be able to do his little whiskers. So that's where I'm at with him. I'm going to continue working on him next week. I only stitched on him 1 day this week because I knew that he was going to take me longer than I had time for, and I wanted to get some more progress done. Oh, that is on a 32 count piece of Pictures Plus in Cauldron. But I wanted to get November done. I don't think this month I'm going to be able to get November and December done, but I will be able to get November done. So I worked on November for 3 days on my lunch break. It is stitching up so fast. And I actually do have the pattern with me because I had to keep on looking. I had to keep on looking at the patterns because they're so tiny. I wanted to look at the coloring. So I'm doing the American November. This is by Hands On Design, A Year of Celebrations. I am doing the American one, but these little acorns down here, I am doing 3 poppies. So not 4, but 3, because that's an in remembrance thing, and we have Veterans Day and stuff like that. So this is where I am out at, and this is on a 32 count piece of Pictures Plus in Bramble. I've done the entire series on Bramble. So this is where I'm at. So I have the word November, the little pilgrim left, and I'm gonna put a white poppy over here. So I have the little acorns, I have the pumpkin, and so I've made really good progress on this. And so that's where this one is at. I'm not trying to rush this video, although also I kind of am a little bit, just because I don't feel great and I feel okay right now, but I don't know how long that's gonna last. So I'd rather get through the video. But anyways, so I think I'm going to wait and do December in November, and then the whole series will be done because, like I said, I really want to finish the Gone Baddie pattern this month because I really want to get that to Trisha, and so I need to finish up November, and I can probably do that in the first few days of the week, and then I can get back to hopefully finishing Gone Baddie by the end of this month, and then I can get that sent out to Trisha. Okay, the other thing that I worked on this week was my Halloween rules, and this is also on Picture This Plus 32 count in the color Sterling, and this is where I am at. So I had to write here, finish. So this and up. And this is by Lizzie Kate. This is Halloween Rules. So I finished Mind Your Mummy. And I would have gotten more done on this, but in my meeting, I started this at my meeting. And hold on, I need to drink some water. I think I talked about this last week because it was last week that this happened, but I would have gotten a little bit more done, but I had to pick all this out that I did at my meeting because I was off by a single row and it would have been really obvious. So restitched it, and then I started on clues 4 and 5, color completing those clues, and just working on the border and the in-betweens as I go down. So I really, really, really love this, and I wanted to keep on stitching on this, to be quite honest, because it was just going so fast, but there was other things that I wanted to get to, which you'll see. But yeah, this is just so much fun. I am doing it in a different order than what you're supposed to do it in, because I'm doing it in an order that makes sense. Like, if these were my Halloween rules and it was actually Halloween, what order would I do these things in? And so I'm doing them in an order that to me makes sense. Oh my gosh. Sorry about that. So anyways, that's where I'm at with that. But I can't wait to get that back out, but I will be getting back out Christmas rules soon, because I barely got anything stitched on Christmas rules last year whenever I started it. So I need to get that one out because I would like to get some work done on it. This is going to be a short video. I'm starting to not feel very good. So we're just going to push through, and there's going to be no editing in this video. It's just going to go straight up to the internets. And I'm sorry I'm saying a lot. Like, I'm just don't feel good. Sorry, guys. Okay. So the next one that I worked on, and if I do get to stitch today, I'm trying to finish the top of this pattern. And I have my working copy next to me, and I keep on highlighting what I have done. So this is the pattern by the Primitive Hair. So I actually have more of that finished now. So my ultimate goal would be to finish the Tomb Angel and the top and start the Gallows. But that's actually how much I have done, because I am a very visual representation type person. So here's the whole pattern. From top to bottom. There we go. So I was trying to make sure, I was getting closer and closer to the bottom, and I was unsure that this fabric was going to be big enough, and because I was gifted this piece of fabric, it's a 32 count, what is it? Oh, jeez. It's Days Gone By Belfast, a 32 count hand dyed by Days Gone By Belfast. And so it is possible that like the tag could have been off a little bit on its size because I was gifted it. So I didn't, because I'm an idiot, I didn't like check to make sure that like, you know, the original owner of this fabric didn't chop it off. But I was gifted this by somebody in my quilt guild a long time ago, and whenever Emily and I started this SAL last Halloween, this was like perfect size and like perfect coloring in my opinion for mine. But y'all definitely need to go check out Emily C. Eclectic Possessions on Instagram, because we both got this out this week to work on, and hers is just so beautiful. Her fabric that she's stitching it on is like this dark green color, and our Tomb Angels are actually, funny enough, stitched in the same thread color, but they look so different because of our fabric and also over dyed threads. There's different dye lots and things like that, but they look very different because of our fabrics, and so you should check hers out. It is gorgeous. But she has almost the entire header done and the first few names. So, yeah. My ultimate goal would be to get the header done tonight magically somehow, or like over this weekend. But I don't know if that's going to happen, but if I can continue to stitch, I would just be really happy if I got the angel done on this side and maybe some more of the names. So that way I'm close to having the whole left side of the pattern finished. I don't know. We'll see how I feel. So keep an eye out for Instagram later to see how far I might have gotten today. I'm not going to be able to sit here for very long to stitch. So anyways, I have this little corn stalk. It needs to go up a little bit more. And then this one goes up. And then everything on the left-hand side. And, you know, the names, some of the names. So that's where I'm at with this. I absolutely love this. I'm having fun, like, changing a bunch of the colors out. So, none of my colors are called for. And I'm using more colors than called for and different colors than called for because I'm going for a certain type of look. The pattern is beautiful charted as is, but you're also supposed to stitch it on like a lighter piece of fabric and stuff. So I'm changing it up a little bit because of my fabric and also just kind of like the look that I'm ultimately going for. I need to put my hair up. All right, so the final thing that I stitched on, and this was actually the first thing that I stitched on this last week, was the Halloween hoopla. And I started her Friday night after, did I start her before I filmed last week or after? I can't remember if I started her before I filmed last week, but I started her Friday and I finished her on Saturday. But here she is. And this is on a 32 count piece of Pixeless Plus Moon Glow. I'm doing this whole series on Moon Glow. She hasn't given a sneak peek yet of the holiday hoopla for Christmas yet, which I'm surprised. But she has given some other Christmas sneak peeks, Brenda Gervais on Instagram, and they are so cute. One of them is plaid pants, Santa in plaid pants. It's amazing. And a lot of little headless snowmen. So I don't know what's up with that, but I'm here for it. So anyways, I finished her. I was actually really terrified to make this little like broom. I don't know why. Okay, I do know why. Because I was worried about how to get it attached and for it to stay attached. I also changed up a lot of the colors in this. So the pumpkin is my orange that I dyed, and I wanted to make the witch green. So I did. And the other thing that I like drastically changed is the broom. You're supposed to make it and then tie it and connect it with the same color as the bristles, but most brooms that I'm used to have a different color for the tie, so I did the same color as the broom just to make it stand out. So she will be a flat fold finish like the rest of the series once I finish the rest of the series. That's the other thing. I have like, I don't know, I have like 17 or 18 things to finish. I have more than that, but I've talked about some of them whenever I did my like FFO tour or like my finishes tour several months ago. Some of them I'm like I have 3 of the Beatles patterns done. I'm waiting until all 6 are done because of how I want to finish them. So some stuff is gonna live in FFO land until like more of that series is done or the whole series is done. But some of them, like my little holiday hooplas, I only have the Easter one done. And I have 3 of them sitting there now that need to be FFO'd. So those are the ones that I'm talking about. Like ones that I could actually FFO. I need to do that. I need to have a weekend where I do that. I just haven't, because October is like my busiest month. There's something every weekend. So, I haven't had just like the time to sit and chill. So, okay, so plans, future plans. So, plans for this next week, I want to finish November's block. I want to work more on Gone Baddie at work and stuff like that. So that's my like at work plans. But for the rest of the month plans, I want to start the next KABB Sal piece, which is Feast of Friendship. I already have everything like kitted up. It's right here. It's going to be on a 32 count piece of Pictures Plus Legacy. The other half from my Mrs. Bingley's library. So this is some of my color palette. So I've changed up some of the colors, which are we ever surprised? But I do want to start that up. I do want to start that and start working on it. And I was going to try this week and work more on Quaker Gone Haunted, which I'm like tearing up this bag and I'm not meaning to. Quaker Gone Haunted by Michelle Ink Needlework Design. This was a market release. And I started it right after market because I fell in love with it, because how could you not? So my goal was to work on Witches of Salem and Quaker Gone Haunted this week, and it just didn't happen because I couldn't put Witches of Salem down. So what I'm thinking is that I want to get to a stopping point that I'm okay with on my Witches of Salem. And I'm going to start Feast of Friendship. And this week, I'm going to focus on Feast of Friendship. And then the week of my actual birthday, because that week will be Halloween, I'm going to pull out Quaker Gone Haunted. So, and this is where I'm at with it. And this is on Picture This Plus Truffle. So it's like a pink color. But I have a fair amount of it done. This is all full coverage though. So that's going to take me eons and a day. But that's where I'm at with it. And I have a mixture of threads. I have some DMC. I have some gas. I have a Victorian motto in there. I have a classic color work in there. It's a mixture. Oh, I can't. Don't want to show my working copy. Okay, so I think that's what I'm going to do. Because I really wanted to work on my KABB Sal on my actual birthday, but I think I'm just going to give Feast of Friendship, all of this next week, in the evenings, and the other 2 during the day on my lunch breaks, and really try to get some pretty good progress on this, because it doesn't look very big, but it is kind of big. That house is really massive. It's 189 by 91. But, I mean, this bowl is full coverage. This house is full coverage. So, it's a lot of stitching, actually, in such a small space. And this is even bigger. This is 193 by 190. But it's like motifs and stuff. So, it's not as bad. So, anyways, we're going to try and give some final attention to Witches of Salem today and maybe into tomorrow, and then we're gonna start Feast of Friendship and really give that the attention this week, because that is my birthday Sal. And then I'm gonna jump back to Quaker Gone Haunted for the week of Halloween. So that's kind of where my plans are for the rest of this week and kind of the rest of October. But yeah, so I hope I didn't go too fast. Like, I know that I don't feel well, but I hope I didn't go too fast or rush through too many things or not talk about something. Oh, I did want to talk about one more thing. So I finally got my mini gallery hung up like last night, and I took a picture and a video of it and I put it on Instagram, and I've had lots of questions on, y'all have tried to go and buy them. And I've gotten a lot of DMs about it, and they are not available yet to the public. That's as much as I know. That's what one of my messages was that came through on my phone while I was filming. They are not available to the public yet. If I find out when they are, I will try to let you guys know. Because I know several of you are just as obsessed with them as I am. But yeah, I just wanted to state that because I've gotten a lot of messages about it. So that's about it. I hope that y'all have a fabulous week. I am feeling 97% better than I did earlier today. Just FYI, I still feel a little like lightheaded and kind of like my equilibrium is off, if that makes sense. Like, I feel like, I don't know, like it's hard to hold my head up. Like, kind of like wobbly is what I feel like, I guess, if I had to. Equilibrium. I don't know. So, but I will be okay. And I'm just excited to start feeling better because I want to stitch. And I hope that y'all had a fantastic week and have a great weekend and week coming up. And I will see y'all next Friday. Bye, guys.